Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to the PhysioBRAIN channel. This is Professor Adriano, and today we're going to talk about how air pollution and cigarette smoke can increase your chances of developing dementia in the future. Stay with me and don't miss these tips. And as you already know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, like the video right from the start, and share it with anyone you think needs to know this information. So folks, today we're going to talk about air pollution and cigarette smoke, which is also a form of air pollution, okay? As we've discussed in recent videos regarding dementia, risk factors, air pollution, and among them cigarette smoke, it's one of the modifiable risk factors involved in the development of Alzheimer's disease or other dementias, okay? So what happens in air pollution areas where pollution is very high, areas with, for example, pollution from factories, regions with a lot of wildfires and the smoke that is inhaled, or even cigarette smoke or other forms of tobacco. In short, any kind of smoke, these all contribute to the development of dementias, okay? And why does this happen? Why do respiratory issues caused by inhalation relate to the onset of dementias? Research and studies in decatations has been showing that these respiratory changes make the whole process of brain oxygenation more difficult. They hinder cellular exchange and the cellular cleansing that needs to happen in our brain and in various cells throughout our body. Over the long term, this means our brain can do everything it can and needs to do in terms of cellular cleansing and renewal. This difficulty promotes the onset of dementias, increases the risk of cognitive deficits, and encourages the development of cognitive changes that over time can become a neurodegenerative disease, such as Alzheimer's disease, for example, okay? So in addition to the harmful effects on the lungs and on overall health, which are widely recognized, cigarettes are directly linked to the development of cancers and the onset of various chronic non-communicable diseases, okay? And now, as we know, science indicates that there may be a connection it is related, right? It can contribute to the development of dementia and to an exacerbated cognitive deficit. So the primary and most important strategy is to actively fight against it. The main and crucial strategy is to prevent tobacco use, to prevent individuals from smoking, and to discourage new smokers from starting. So if the person already smokes, we need to promote strategies and provide ways for them to quit smoking, because this, as we know, is harmful to their overall health, not just their brain health. So the strategy, the worldwide recommendation, is to prevent tobacco use, to prevent especially the initiation of using these substances. But if someone is already using them, then guidance and strategies should be provided to help them quit smoking, to help them cut down, and most importantly, to help them stop smoking altogether if possible, because this will be protective for them and especially for those around them. That's because a person can inhale the smoke passively, and this passive inhalation can be harmful and increase their risk factor, raising the probability that someone who doesn't smoke but is close to a smoker could develop a disease like dementia or Alzheimer's, for example. All right. And besides cigarette smoke, there's also smoke from things like wildfires or from areas where air pollution is very high. So why do we call pollution a modifiable factor? Because if you leave that area, if it's possible for you to move away from that region, change jobs if your workplace is nearby, or if the job is very unhealthy and there's a lot of smoke, you end up inhaling it, right? If you move away from that place, if you leave that region and no longer breathe that air, no longer live in a polluted area, you eliminate that risk factor, you remove it, and you reduce your chances of developing dementia or Alzheimer's disease in the future, okay? So air pollution and cigarette smoke are extremely harmful and are linked to the onset of dementias. So let's eliminate these from our lives as soon as possible and guide our family members, our patients, our students, our clients, so that we don't have people developing dementia around us. And let's try to eliminate as much as possible these types of diseases, since 40% of them are preventable, okay? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, Write them in the comments. Share this with anyone you think needs to know this information, especially that person who needs to stop smoking. Thanks, take care, and I'll see you in the next videos.